Well, as you mentioned, I'm here at our annual Global Client Conference. And what I'm hearing from our clients on the ground is the answer to your question is really not that much. And there is a lot of noise out there, but we're really focused on the things that we do know. And what we do know is that, and our clients are in agreement, and we've been hearing a lot from them over the last couple of days around things like, focusing on the things that we know and the things that are really real estate market basic fundamentals. We recently had a pretty significant repricing. We've had very little new supply. Our occupancies remain high across most asset types, and there's plentiful credit in the institutional space from a broad variety of lenders. So we feel like it's really important to try to focus away from the noise and tune into the things that are actually the things that drive the commercial real estate markets.
What is the worst noise, though? I mean, let's talk about it, and then we can focus away from it. So what are the biggest headwinds?
Yeah. I would say the worst noise is really, this idea of could we enter into a stagflationary environment? That's kind of the consensus worst case scenario, but we put that scenario at well under 5%.
Well under 5%. What about the prospects of recession and what that means in terms of where you want to be, not hiding out, but comfortably seeking shelter?
Yeah, I mean, we're really focused on resilient income. And that's one of the main benefits, I think, of real estate is that it's about income. It's about long-term contractual income through leases. So really where we're focused and where most of our investors believe that the greatest opportunities are right now, really regardless of the noise that's going on, are in things that are needs-based. So housing. We know that there's a shortage of housing. Last mile logistics. We know that there's a growth in digitalization, so data centers, and credit, really, and all different kinds of credit, from core to value add, that, resilient long-term income.
What about office space, Cathy? I don't know how deep into that you are, but clearly a lot of people are working from home now at least 1 or 2 days a week. So it's not as necessary as it once was for big companies to invest so much in office space.
It's not, although we're hearing a lot about, more and more people requiring, call it 3 to 4 days a week in the office. But the office sector has undergone, a major structural change that frankly started before COVID. And the office is now really a different place. The office is not necessarily a place where you go, you put your head down, you do your work all day. The office is about collaboration. And so companies really need different types of space that is going to attract people to come back to the office. So we think about office, it's been talked about nonstop for the past couple of years. And the reality is it's far less of a driver of the commercial real estate markets than it used to be. At this point, it's only about 16% of the institutional indexes, and it's only 4% of the public markets REIT indexes. And so there was a time that it was, close to 50%. And so office has just become, less of a driver and frankly, less of a concern. And actually, interestingly, we're seeing a comeback in leasing in certain office markets, New York being one of them, actually.
So when you talk about this comeback in leasing in certain markets, and you mentioned earlier that real estate values have reset, you take a step back, and the big picture here is that, we saw a trough in real estate last year, but where we are right now is up for debate. Are we bumping along the bottom here, or have we hit the upturn?
We think that we've been at the bottom since mid-2024. And since mid-2024, when we really saw values stabilizing, we've experienced 3 quarters of positive total returns and even appreciation in some sectors and geographies. So we really believe that we are at potentially a generational buying opportunity, and that 2025 and 2026 are going to be excellent vintage years.